Hey guys, episode 11 of the Buffalo Sabres rebuild. We are entering year 4. Just to recap, if you guys are just catching this as the first episode you've watched, in the first season, we were able to tank, get rid of all the contracts we didn't want. We got Byfield and Drysdale in the draft, and they are coming along quite well. In the second year, we got knocked out in about 5 games. In the first round, and last year we did lose in the first round again in 7, blowing a 3-game lead or a 3-1 lead, which was tough. But our AHL team did win the Calder Cup, which is dope. So looking to see if they can improve as far as going into this year. So I've done all the lines and everything, whatnot. We signed Josh Anderson this offseason as we need another winger. We're gonna run into some cap problems soon, as Byfield is up for an extension next year, as is Middlestad and Drysdale. So those guys alone are going to cost a ton. We're going to lose Ovechkin's $9 million though off the cap, and Okposo $6 million, so we should be in okay shape. Dylan Cousins going into this year. Byfield, I think this line in the playoff cycle had 13 points in 7 games. So this first line is dominant, which I'm completely okay with. Dylan Guenther is our first-round pick in 2021. So last year's first-round pick, he is going to make the jump and be our second-line right winger. So he is hopefully going to challenge for the Calder. That would be fantastic. Dylan Cousins, again, I would love to see some more improvement. We'll see if we can't move him up and down the lineup. As an only 81 overall going into his 4th season, kind of tough. Asplund from the AHL does make the jump up. He's a second rounder from 2016, won the Calder Cup with the AHL team last season. He's done in the AHL, as is Marcus Davidson, as they made big jumps here. Now, Olofsson, I believe we just re-signed, but we might move him, and like I said, Okposo is done. On defense, we've got Dahlin and Drysdale. Those are perfect pairing. Going to be, our franchise guys for the next however long we do this, hopefully. Ristolainen, and we just signed Darnell Nurse, so we signed Rasmus Ristolainen to $7 million. I'm kind of regretting it now, but just because of the contract problems we're going to have in a little bit, but we'll see. We might have to move him, sign Darnell Nurse to a close to similar contract, but that second pairing is now awesome. That third pairing, Yoki Harju, again, is now an 84 overall, so our right defense is fantastic. And then Bryson from the AHL making the jump in his first season. Hopefully he can do something. In nets, we have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, but we also were able to get Shesterkin from free agency. He didn't get re-signed, so these two guys are going to battle it out, and we're going to see what happens there. In the AHL, not really anyone as far as, an offense that we care about. Honestly, this is all just signed free agent guys and depth guys. No one that's really going to come along, at least in among forward. On defense, we have Matthias Strig, who we drafted in the 2nd round last year, along with Dylan Guenther, who is hopefully going to make a big jump here, as we do need left-handed defensemen. We also have Mason Howard, my man from my Ice Dogs in real life, as he is now a 73 overall. Hopefully he can move up in the lineup as well. In nets, in the EHL, nothing really there. We have Merzlikins, who is obviously replaced by Shesterkin, so we're looking really good on the farm. That being said, I did all the scouting and whatnot, and our trade block looks a little bit something like this. This season, Jurgensen's we have to move. He's got 2 years left at 1.5, just can't have that contract. Okposo at 6.4 is going to be traded, and then we have 3 years left of Anderson, who we just signed. I want to see if I can get anything for him. I didn't expect the jump from Guenther, so we'll see how that goes. And, guys, hopefully we can dominate this year. We had a really good season last year. Kind of fell apart near the end, but here we go. Let's see what happens, and if we can't, dominate this year. So let's jump into the regular season and sim through October. As we lose big to the Bolts, that's not what you like to see. Lose again to the Flames, a shootout win. Okay, let's take a look at the draft class real quick. As again, we need wingers still, left wingers specifically now, as Nasir Meal, who would be fantastic. Chase McKinnon, another winger there. And then we've got Kari Barkov and Landon Karkner on defense. Left defenseman is what, we need more than righties, obviously, but we'll have to take a look and see at that point, as right now as Sean Boudreas is hurt, as we win. So now we're 2-2, back to even. Can we beat the Senators? We do. And we get in a 4-game win streak before. So Darnell Nurse is hurt. We're going to replace him as 4-2, 4-3 win. All right, so a good ending to the month, 7-2-1 after October. Let's take a look at the lineup here as, man, not a lot of points here for Jack Eichel. That first line kind of struggling. Stint after 10 games. Ovechkin, Dahlin, where Reinhart with 5, Byfield with 4. He doesn't have a goal yet after a month into the season. That is not what you like to see. Let's take a look at our rookie as Gunther has 4 points in 10 games. Asplund has 4 as well on the 4th line. Then Bryson with 1, and Davidson doesn't have 1 yet. And in net, wow, almost dead even with Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen with a little bit better in terms of goals against. But still pretty even there as they're splitting the time. As far as the team goes, let's take a look at something I did mention in the comment section. Someone, pointed out I need to pay more attention to my special teams, so I'm going to this season, as I wasn't really editing those lines throughout the year in the last one. So we are just giving up more goals than we are getting. So our offense is kind of sputtering here. 20% power play, and the penalty kill is 82. So that's not bad as we go to the entire league. Let's take a peek as we're 5th in the league, so, I mean, that's not bad at all. In terms of power play, we are way down there. Might have to change things up. Yeah, we might have to. Whoops. And let's take a look at PK. We're doing good on the penalty kill. So that's not bad. Let's go see if there's any adjustments that can be made. As Darnell Nurse is hurt, but again, it's not defense. That's the problem here. So Byfield and Reinhart, I think I need to switch them, but that drops considerably. +3, like I don't know if I want to do that at all, as I can't move Eichel and Reinhart, or Eichel and Ovechkin. We have to keep him there. His Cousins has 4 points, which isn't bad. Olofsson with 4, Middlestad 3. And Asplund doing well on that 4th line. On defense, oh, whoops, we have to call up a defenseman. That would be a big issue there. I should have looked at that, as we need a defenseman. Let's go. Tage Thompson's not going to do it. Although he wants into the lineup, that's not going to work at all. So we need defenseman. Where's Ben Harper? There he is. Let's call him up, and we'll put him in the lineup. At least he only played 2 games there. And we'll put our... Actually, is Nurse back? He is hurt. We'll put Harper in for now. Okay. Put Harper in for now. That's fine. Okay, so the first month of the season went well in terms of a team standpoint, but offensively, things are a little rough. So let's go ahead and sim the next month. We can beat these Flyers, who just won the... Oh, of course. As Nurse is now back, so obviously we're going to put him in. As I turn the injuries down, and I think that they're in a really good spot right now. We haven't had that many. It's kind of realistic. So, Flyers, we beat the Stanley Cup champion Flyers, lose to the Blackhawks. The Leafs... Drysdale hurt again. My goodness. Every season. Back-to-back wins there. We lose to my Sharks. Do we beat the Penguins? We lose in a shootout. Overtime loss to the Bruins. Okay. Ben Harper off the first line. Drysdale's back in. We beat the Canadiens. And the Blue Jackets, we lose to Carolina. We win. Lose to the Blackhawks. It's kind of a rough month here. So we need a couple wins to end the month. We win. We lose big to the Flyers, so they get their revenge. And we beat the Oilers. So that was not a good month at all. But Ovechkin's starting to pick things up. Ugh, not really. Still, only 20 points in 25 games. As Eichel now has 18. Reinhart with 16. We have to move Reinhart. I mean, oh my goodness. Reinhart has to go up to that first line. Byfield only has 11 points in 25 games. He just still has not taken that next step, as Gunther has 11 in 25, what we like to see there. Let's go and look at the entire NHL. Has 35 points. Man, points are down this season. Among defensemen, let's see. Carlson has 31. And we're down there. Stalin has 16. Tough. Not what we'd like to see. As we're in the wild card right now, we did fall quite a bit. As now we are in 8th place. So our goals per game, man, our goals against is so high. Power play percentage is just not working. Like, we are in the bottom tier of the league. And on the penalty kill, we are in the middle of the pack. Actually, we're in the bottom for that too. Wow. Yeah, special teams, we really have to start paying attention to that. So let's mess around with the special teams. As we're going to go like this. As Byfield's going to take a seat, go down with Gunther and Mittelstadt. As Reinhart, he's just doing far better. His plus minus is 0. Man, Eichels is... Man, this is crazy. I mean, dude, I cannot put Eichel there. No. How about Davidson? Wow, Davidson has not had a good year on the 4th line. Poser's not doing bad. Cousins is 6 points. On defense, Drysdale. Oh, that's not bad. 11 and 21. What about net? Can't be doing very good. It was Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen not doing well at all. Shishorkin not doing much better. So that isn't really going to do anything. In terms of the power play, we're going to switch Reinhart. And hopefully the +3 to these guys should help more, because these guys don't really need it. They're already so high end. And we'll see if just that can do it. On the penalty kill, and our penalty kill is so bad. I just don't know what we would change. As Nurse does not fit. But our only other option is Bryson. He's not going to fit either, I don't think. Oh, he does fit a little bit more. We'll go like this. Alright, we'll see if that does it. And we'll carry on. In the AHL, let's take a peek. 13-5-3. We're rolling right along there as I thought we would. Okay. So we're in a wild card spot. We definitely need a better month here before we go, as we'll go to the 28th. This is when the 28th is when I stopped my scouting. I made all of my scouts go until the 28th as we lose. Man. Back-to-back losses. This is getting tough. 4 straight. As we are plummeting. We win against the Panthers. Oh my goodness. What is happening? As this season is just going from bad to worse. There should be no reason we're doing this poorly. I mean... This is tough, guys. We'll see if the injury back shootout loss. Beat the Red Wings, thank God. We win against the Stars. We lose against the Flames. Beat the Kings badly. Joey Keane. Let's take a look at him. 23, 77 overall. You know what? We'll put a claim in. We beat. All right, so we're going to stop here for a second. I just have to update the scouting and whatnot. Let's take a look at the draft class so far. As in terms of potentials, I think I found a really good way to do scouting and whatnot now. As we try and take a look at the top tier guys. As yeah, Meal, McKinnon, Wanvig, Pandolfo. Right winger, Kari Barkov. Wow, he looks pretty good. 17 years old, 6'2", a grinder though. I don't think we need any more defensemen. What about nets? Is there any crazy goaltenders? Nothing there. Okay, so we are just going to do the scouts real quick, as they are done here. So we'll do skill assessment for these guys, as we'll go until March 1st. Yes, that'll do it. March 1st. So we'll do the top 100 here. That's kind of what I've done to try and make it there. It's kind of the best way I've found to do scouting so far. Because if you do like too many for potential, I just find that it takes the entire season. If you look at the date, where it says the estimated date there, we'll go more. For skill assessment, you can get away with doing a little bit longer. So I will cut this, and we'll pick up once I'm done. All right, so that's all taken care of. We're going to go through January here, and this is... All right, let's take a look here. All right, into January. We need a big month here. As we beat the Hurricanes, and we beat the Leafs, we beat Edmonton, we do. Okay, now we're on a bit of a roll here. Going for 4 straight, we lose to the Ducks. We beat the Coyotes. Another L to the Rangers. Beat the Islanders. Man, we just cannot get... we cannot get a nice, consistent, huge run here. As Trig is back, that's fine. So why is it even telling me? Oh, we beat the Penguins. Beat the Blues. A couple prospects, a 2nd and a 7th for, I'm assuming, Ryan Murray and Wayne Simmons to Philadelphia. So Philly loading up, trying to go back-to-back with their cups. So I can't believe they won. All right, so now we've won a bunch. So we're still way back of the Panthers. We're 3 points back of the Panthers. Going into February, trade deadline month. As we... Okay, Ovechkin finally starts to pick things up as he's now over a point per game. 29 goals. Eichel, 47-49. Reinhart behind him. And we have Dahlin with 33. Mittelstadt, 27. Byfield, 26. Same amount of points as Drysdale. You just cannot have that. Dylan Guenther is 25 and 49. That's, kind of disappointing when we thought that, or wanted him to see if we can't challenge for the Calder. Is in net. Yeah, it's not going very well in net. Let's take a look at the entire league here. We'll do points-wise first. Look at all skaters. As Kucherov, Stamkos, DeBrincat was 62. As the Lightning are just a dominant force, that first line. As we're way down here. Oh, Vasily Podkolzin. Not bad, not bad, not bad. As far as goals, 39 goals for Podkolzin. Ovechkin finally going to lose his Rocket Richard trophy. It looks like he's 10 back. That's craziness. 5 straight years of the Rocket Richard, by the way. As we don't really have a race for the Norris, and then among rookie skaters, Gabriel Fortier, and then Gunther's way down here. So that's kind of disappointing, but here we are. No trade offers yet. We're gonna edit the block a little bit to kind of see if we can't, because man. Like, is this the year that we go in? We're going to change this to anything. Do forward and a defenseman and a goaltender. And we'll see what comes back. As we are in tough shape here, as we are... How many points up in the wild card are we? 5 and 6. We're 6 points up on the wild card, so we're still real clear of that, but I'd love to get into a division spot. It just feels like such a step back after last season. So we'll sim up to the deadline. As we beat the Blue Jackets. Big win there. As Ta-ta for Melker Karlsson. Wow. All right. All right, 3 straight wins. Tanev in a third for Manson and Vorobev. Or Vorobev. All right, we lose to the Canucks. Can we get back on the winning track here? Strand is hurt. And we do. All right, back to the Blue Jackets again. And 10-0. We play the powerhouse Lightning and we win. As, wow, Arizona gets Fowler for a first and Glebov. Wow, couple of big wins as now we're slowly starting to get into rhythm here. As we shoot out loss, that's fine. Can we beat the Leafs, who have won the President's Trophy the last 3 seasons? No. 2 firsts for Spurgeon. Wow. Okay. Washington loading up. A couple big wins. This is a good month for us as we're now 3rd in the division. Zucker and Yorkvist for Letty. It's not a bad trade. As we beat the Canadians, Kulabek for a bunch of prospects. All right, and we're going to go and look and see if there's any offers that we can get. As here is the trade deadline, so we'll sim past that, and we are all right. So not bad at all. That was a really good month. We needed that as we are 38, 19, and 6. And we're right back into the division. 1 point up in the wild card spot, but we've got a... we're in the same spot as last year. As we are way out in front. We're talking, 16 points up on... 16 points up on the Red Wings and 69 points. So, 13 points up on a playoff spot. So we definitely have some moves that we can make, and we can shed that contract. I'm thinking, see if we can move Okposo, as we don't really need him. As wow, okay, Ovechkin teed off for goals that month, as he's now got 43, so he doesn't look like he wants to give that up. Eichel now, that's not bad at all. Dahlin, 48 points. Reinhart, Byfield now has 40 and 63. Drysdale has 38, so he's starting to come along. 36 points for Gunther. Olofsson, only 26. Anderson, Josh Anderson, 25 and 60. Yeah, I mean, we could try and move him. Dylan Cousins, again, another disappointing season. Asplund has the same amount of points on the 4th line. Craziness. Pozo is 19. Bryson is 17. That's not bad at all. Davidson not doing very well. What about Nets? Do we have anyone that took the reins? As Shistyorkin looks to be way out in front in terms of... Wow. Okay, we're going to start him now. As, yeah. How is the power play and things looking? Let's take a peek. So, in terms of the whole league, we are... Okay, that's not bad, as we are in 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in 8th. 8th in the league in power play, so that's fine. Penalty kill, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16th, that's not awful. So I don't think I need to make any changes there. But we're going to take a peek and see what is available for some guys that we can trade. So let's go find a trade and see if we can move out some of those guys. So, first of all, Jurgensen's we can move on from. That would be great. As Byfield and Drysdale both need new contracts. So those are huge increases. We do have Ackers. Wow, he's an 81 overall. Let's go. It's our first rounder from last season. Cousins is also going to need to be re-signed, but he's been rough. Middlestad needs to be re-signed. Ovechkin, we're going to have to get rid of him. Yeah, things are going to get expensive here real quick, as we're going to see if we can find a deal for Anderson. We got Grabner. Not really a fan of that. 2/3 in Lowry. A second, a third, and Zaitsev. Jennings. McIsaac. Anders Lee. And a couple for. Nothing really. Nothing really there. Okay, so let's take a peek at. What about Jurgensen? I doubt there's one for Jurgensen's, but hey, let's find out. All right, Dorofiev, a third, a seventh, and Gropp. I really don't want a player back. To Forrest and Hartman. Again, we just need to shed his contract. And I guess we can kind of keep him until the offseason. And we trade him at the draft, maybe. That's a possibility as well. Let's see about Okposo, though, as I doubt there's anyone that's going to take him. Okay. I was wrong. Wow. Connor Brown, 4th and a 5th, 4th and a 6th. Corey Perry. Gardner, 6th and a 7th. Bjorkfist, high top 9. Who is that? 79 overall, 25. 29 years old. All right, we're going to look and see if that's a deal or not. Yeah, so not really a fan of that deal. I don't know, man. I don't know if we should trade them or not. I mean, we could go all in. I just feel like we're still like one season away from it, but we're going to lose Ovechkin next season. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Although I do think that we do need to move on from Okposo. We are not going to keep him. There's no way. 2/5. We're basically looking at the picks. I don't care if I take someone back, but yeah, it's 6. A 4th and a 5th. Connor Brown, who's done. So we're basically getting a 4th and a 5th. That's Connor Brown, 4th and a 6th, 7th and 6th, 7th, 6th, 7th, 5th and a... I might be okay with this one. What is Connor Brown rated? 81 overall. And he's about the same. We still have the cap space for it, and we get a 4th and a 5th. So actually, how many points does he have this season? 24. Yeah, we're going to do this. All right. We're going to do that deal. As that really doesn't make sense as to why not, because he will just slot in right here and replace him. Same amount of money. Yeah, no reason why not to. $13 and $34. It says plus minus. Plus 18. What's Gunther's? Oh, Gunther's having a really good season now. Okay, and on defense... Yeah, wow, the first pairing is great. Wow, Darnell Nurse is a minus 15. It might be time to switch this up. That's brutal. As Darnell Nurse has been absolute crap for us. That's not what we like to see. Okay, so we moved on from him. I mean, ideally I would trade Ovechkin and whatnot, but I really want to make a run. As far as guys that are also on expiring deals, Asplin's got to be re-signed too. He's probably going to want some money. Hopefully we can get him a decent deal. The rest are AHLers. We'll move Tage Thompson in the summer. Yep, that's pretty much it. What about net? How are things looking in net? Pekka Luukkonen I mean, that's not terrible. Merzlikins, yeah, nothing really there. Okay, so that's the only deal that we have to make at the deadline here. We're going to go ahead and get into the next month. The one thing I do want to take a look at is how far up. No, we're still quite far up on the division as my controller dies, so let's take a peek here. As we're 1 point back of the Leafs, but we're also 1 point up on the Panthers, so playoffs are pretty much guaranteed, but we have to take a look here. Let's go ahead and get through this. Shesterkin's been injured. Okay. So we do need to call up a goalie. We'll call up Merzlikins. Doesn't really matter because he's probably out for just a little while. And, oh, whoops, 1 second. It's Bednard. Kaiser will go. There we go. Okay, hopefully he makes a big jump next season as we win 1 there against the Capitals. 2 straight wins after the 3 straight after the deadline. Can we make it 4? No, we lose to the Stars. Eichel has been out till March 20th, so he'll be back soon. Win in the shootout there. Can we beat Ottawa? We do. Is now we're starting to cruise. Beat the Red Wings. Can we beat the Senators again? Let's take a look at the draft class. As, again, left-handed wingers now are where we're looking for. We love a left winger. As Nasir, I'm going to say it's Meal. I mean, I'm not really thrilled. Medium elite, right winger here. It's all right wingers. And our right side is now pretty stacked. So we'll have to wait and see what comes of that. But yeah, nothing really crazy there. Can we beat the Senators again as Dahlin is now hurt? Eichel's back. Jurgensen's get off that line. Okay, Eichel's back in. As wow, that fixes plus minus. It was a plus or negative 15, now it's a negative 11. As Darnell Nurse appearing to be a rough signing for us. As Risto's had, he's a minus. Well, Drysdale's been great. We lose to the Devils. We beat the VGK. Dahlin's back now. As we're coming to the end of the year here. He's already up to a 91. Beat the Devils. Big couple wins back-to-back there. Shesterkin's returned to our lineup. Now, I think we're going to lose. I believe he's on a one-way deal. Yeah, he is. But he's 1.3 mil. So, and he's 28 years old. So we are going to see if we lose him. I'm okay if we do. And we don't. Okay. Kind of stunned at that. As Shesterkin goes back in. 9-14. Man, he's just been better this year. Oh my goodness. He didn't even play. Okay. Call Bednard. As the goaltending situation is annoying. But that's fine. Kaiser's hurt, but Merzlikins goes back in. So our AHL team is still dominating, I'm sure. Couple wins there as we're cruising right along. We are, wow, we're so far back in the Lightning, though. As we take a look at near the end of the year, the Lightning had an amazing year. There's another 84 points here for Ovechkin as he just carries right along here with that amazing career. 51 goals now. Eichel, point per game player. Reinhart hits 60. Dahlin hits 60. Mittelstadt in the 50s. Byfield in the 50s. Gunther almost there as well. Drysdale 47. And then we go down here. Asplund has almost 30 on the fourth line. That's crazy. Cousins, rough year. Nothing, no way around that. 20 points for Bryson. Davidson, rough year as well. Darnell Nurse, but again, he's playing on the fourth line, so nothing we can do about that. Let's take a look at the... Actually, no, we'll do this at the end of the season. Almost there. As how does the playoffs shake out? We are tied, so home ice is basically going to be determined here with that Leafs game there before the end of the year. There is really no one that can catch us, so yeah, this is all for home ice. And we'll see. It's going to come down to that Leafs game. But hopefully we can win. Here we go. Let's beat the Devils. Come on. We don't. Badly lose. We beat. And big win there. I think we might have locked up home ice in the first round. Oh my gosh. Shorkin, come on. You're killing me, dude. Oops. Wow, and we're going to lose by a point on that last L to Florida. We will not have home ice in the first round as we're going to play the Leafs and their powerhouse squad. All right, so here we go. We're going to end it here as the next episode we will play in the first round again against a very, very good team. A 110-point team in the first round after we have 108. It's just brutal. Batman, I need you to change the format. But real quick, we'll take a look at how things shook out as far as points goes. We have a good season there. As a point per game, 91 points, 57 goals for Ovechkin. Eichel's got 81, and then a big drop-off. Dahlin, though, I love the fact that Dahlin's got 67. He's really starting to take that next jump. 65 for Reinhart. It's going to be crazy what we do with Reinhart. As his contract, still 2 years left on it, but I'm not sure what we're going to do. Mittelstadt almost hit 60. Byfield's right there. Gunther almost hits 50. But let's take a look at the entire league. As Kucherov blows away 116 points, and Podkolzin hits 60 points, or 60 goals, and he finally unseats Ovechkin for that Rocket Richard, as that was just a crazy run. 5 straight years of it. And for the Norris, Erik Karlsson again, it looks like, although that negative 15 is brutal. Dahlin's finally there inside the top 5, so it's finally good that we've got that. And I'm assuming Vasilevsky's going to win the Vezina, and it does look like that, yes. Oh, wow. Olaf Lindblom. Is he not a rookie? I believe we could have traded for him. Wow, he might win it. Crazy. And we look at the playoff tree. Jets and Stars, Nashville and the Golden Knights, the Sharks and Canucks, Ducks and Flames. In the East, it is the, wow, for that millionth time, Penguins and Capitals, the Rangers and Panthers, Leafs and Sabres, and then the defending Stanley Cup champion Flyers get the league's greatest team in the Lightning. So, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll be back next episode with the first round of the playoffs. We'll see what we can do. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next episode.